All right, what's up, 501? Are we live on my page, Jimmy?
Yes, we are.
All right, so let me share this to the group. All right, we're cool. Man, we got to find a new streaming service, and I guess I probably should have been working on that today, but I had other stuff to do. So we're good. So we're live on 501.
Yes, we are. Well, we're live on your page. I didn't check 501. I just went to your page.
I shared your page on my phone. Plus our YouTube links up, so it shows. Yeah, so I mean, you can watch us on YouTube, Twitter, my personal page, 501 Cornhole.
Yeah,
we should be good. We should be good on all platforms. So what's up, 501? Been a couple weeks. 523. Been on a little vacation. Kind of nice to get away and get refreshed a little bit, but I missed it. You know, Jimmy, I tried to play cornhole on the cruise one night, and Crystal told me, she's like, "You're not gonna like it. You know, it's different." And they had some ultra boards, which I thought was kind of interesting. And it was I don't know if it was corn. It was more the duck cloth, maybe like a big resin, you know. And so we got lined up. I signed me and Crystal up to go play, and then they put us on put me and Crystal, I think, on the same end, or I can't remember how it was. But anyway, if you didn't go in the hole, you didn't make it past the first round. I guess I didn't understand the rules. I mean, I had like 4 right in front of the hole, and they just kept like bunching up and wouldn't go in the hole. So
it's a little different.
He's like, yeah, he just eliminated me. I was like, this dude didn't have none on the board. I had at least all 4 of mine in front of the hole. I mean, and plus it's 7-foot ceilings. I had a little thing coming down. Wasn't ideal, so I didn't go back. But you know, I had my 501 cornhole shirt on every day. I've had like a color for every day, but I never wore them. So I wore my Razorback shirts. But
well, maybe we could get some BD boards on all these cruise ships now.
On the car, that would be cool. You would think, and I told the guy, I said, "Man, let me run a tournament here," you know. And he's like, "No, I mean, dude, he had no interest in that whatsoever." So, um, it is what it is. Are you watching the comments? I don't know. I guess the comments will be on my personal page, won't they?
They are. I'm watching them. Zach Dawson want to know what we're doing wrong this time, and that it definitely was not him last time. Then I told him it definitely was.
I need to get YouTube on my TV because I think probably there's maybe people commenting on YouTube. So I need to get it where I can see that too. But anyway, all right. Question of the show, and I got 2 questions, and I'm going to run it. If you get either one correct, and I would say this first question doesn't include like Crystal or you or Beck, because I mean, like there's probably going to be some people that know, you know, but
we're going to be about 8 people that know this one.
Well, we'll see. But I have 2 questions because we bought a certain item on our trip. Me and Crystal did, and it's probably one of the coolest things that I have in my collection in the game room. And we got it for crew. If you can guess what that is, and if you know my room, it's Eric Church, Miami Dolphins, cornhole. So it has something to do with Eric Church, Miami Dolphins, cornhole. So
I'm guessing, and I don't even know the answer to this one, but I'm guessing something Miami Dolphins.
I'm not giving any clues away, but all right. So the first question is, what was 501 Cornhole named before 501 Cornhole? What was it called? You know, 2 answers will work. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Yeah.
Brandon, you're wrong. This and the second question of the day, and this is both for a free entry, BB, Cabot. I'm not going to put that on Firecracker or Scott, but I mean, you can go up there and tell me you want your free entry, and you know I'll vouch for it. But
so I don't get the answer to this one.
No. What did I buy on the cruise that is one of the coolest things that's going to be in my game room? So, and I may even, I mean, I'll show you. here pretty soon. But anyway, we have a lot of tournaments to cover. Um,
Well, I know the first tournament you better cover.
so you don't went back and look at the dates.
I know the first tournament you better cover.
Anyway, I come across that and I was like, do I even want to put this down on paper?
Why wouldn't you? It's 501. Only reason you don't is because of who won it.
If I would have won it, I don't even know if I would have discussed it. Like
Yes,
Jimmy,
you.
I beat you on
If
I
you
beat you on
would
the
have
deck so
won
many
that
times.
tournament, Phil Wynn Jr., you know damn good and well if you'd have won that tournament, you'd have walked in the next Friday with a T-shirt on saying you won that tournament.
Um,
Tell me I'm lying.
I mean, it probably would have already been announced. I probably would have put it on the page or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, and I thought when I got Rogelio, I was like, man, we got a shot. But man, I'm glad the
I
others were
knew.
brutal. I didn't expect you and Daryl to win it.
Why not?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have put no money on y'all. I'm just being honest.
I would have put money on us from the get go.
No.
I
Anyway,
told
I
Daryl.
know
I
I
told
know y'all
Daryl.
see this pretty shirt. I'm fixing to put a link on the page. Um, these shirts are a lot better than the last batch. I know the last ones are peeling. We will not use that person again. We're going to use Sonda with the merch room. She's, I mean, I bought, I don't know, 10 or 11 shirts, bought Crystal a few shirts. I've washed them several times. They're not peeling. We got she's got a tumbler, koozies. You can get the 16-ounce koozies, 12-ounce koozies. So I'm going to put a link on after the show. And if you're interested, we're just going to do one order, one bulk order. It's going to be open, I think, until the 29th. So if you want a T-shirt, you can get Comfort Colors, or these are the Gildan soft style. So you know, I'll put that on, but I wanted to mention that. And also, before I get into the tournaments, um, Bruce is running a Father's Day special. Uh, you still got time. He's got some plain sets. He'll let go for $225. So if your father, if you know someone that's interested in cornhole, need a set of boards, got a good deal on some BD boards, $225. Shoot me a text, shoot him a text, let me know. He's got a few left before Sunday, and we'll get you taken care of on some boards. So $225 for a set of boards. They're just plain, but I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, so and probably gonna do a Father's Day raffle tomorrow night on some boards, on a custom set of boards. They will not be ready before Father's Day, but hopefully some father wins it. So custom set, anything you want to do, we'll run one tomorrow night in Cabot, and hopefully somebody will win a set of boards. All right, we're starting. Our last show was 523. We're gonna go 525. It was the OG switch. Um, we we decided to run. It was actually Gary Farron's idea, and he's like, "Man, why don't we get some of the old guys on the decks and cook out and have a barbecue?" And that got my mind going, and I was like, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people were upset they couldn't make it, but if we would have let one person come, we would have let 10 come, and and that was Jimmy. You need to slow down. I mean, I've only had one beer, and you're
Yeah.
like on 10, so we're going to have an intervention on the show one night.
I'm good.
Anyway, we had an OG switch. Daryl and Jimmy, my two ex partners, won the tournament. I mean, and I know that y'all had fun up there. Like, just, I mean, makes it
Let
look
me
like
let me
I was
tell
the
you
problem.
something. Let me tell you. There was lots of OGs there, but to get paired with an original OG and win it, that was nice. I was happy for Daryl. I was more happy for Daryl than I was for myself.
I got Daryl later on that night because we played until about 2 a.m. And me and Lewis just put it on Ruber and Daryl about 5 times in a row, and we took their lunch money. I mean, Like I took Rupert's lunch money for the week, and I just want to tell him, I said, y'all stop while you're ahead. Please stop while you're ahead. Like I mean, you're not gonna beat me. I mean, it's just like old times, you know. And I did. I took Daryl and Rupert's lunch money, and it felt really good. You know, last time I went over Daryl's, I took his backyard from him. You know, and I did the same thing here. You know,
Yeah.
so
Well,
I
that
got
was
my
it.
revenge
Was
of it.
it was supposed to be me and you playing against Daryl and Robert, but somebody had quite a bit to drink that day,
Mhm.
and I couldn't take anymore. I had to go home.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I know you were on it. Any guesses?
We have 0 guesses right now.
Really?
Yeah, Lindsay, Cheetah Girl, said she knows
Where
she's
are you
heard
from,
you
Oscar?
say it. Huh?
Oh.
Oh,
Flavor,
Cedric.
I ain't even got that bad out. I don't know if I'm gonna sell that bad. That bad is man, I ain't never hit a home run in softball until I got that bat. So I mean, you know me. But um anyway, let's go back to the OG switch. Daryl and Jimmy got first, DK and Big Perm got second, and then Beth and Rupert got third. So I mean it was a fun time, fun
That
night,
was
man.
and let me say also that it was super special for me. Myself to get first, Justin Big Perm to get second, Beth to get third. There was some good originals in there, that podium that night. So
I mean,
I
it was
was
like
pretty
go
happy.
time. Rogelio slept in my front yard for about 2 or 3 hours. You know, I always tell him, I was like, dude, just come in the house and go to sleep. One night he come in there and lay down for about an hour, and I heard him get up late. I'm like, Rogelio, you can sleep here. It's like, okay, you know, I mean, but I mean, he's like, can I sleep in your front yard? Man, it's like you can come in the house,
Oh, I'm sorry.
but I know him.
Zach Dawson did guess something. He said a Miami Dolphins overhead shirt thing. I don't know what it's called, but goes over your head, and I saw some on my cruise.
That's a good guess.
Yeah, I know it's something Dolphins. Oh, and Cedric Payne, hey, it's not beer.
You what?
Cedric said I was throwing back beers like Brody Johnson.
He said one of the funniest things I ever seen in my life is Brody Johnson walk through the VFW with a Bud Heavy bottle. I'm gonna tell you, the first time I seen him walk through
Yeah.
with a Bud Heavy, I was like, "Come on, dude!" Like, I mean, of all beers, like I could see him drinking like a Coors Light or something, you know. But Brody Johnson with a Bud Heavy, I mean, come on. But anyway, man, we ain't got on no tournaments yet. But low note number 78 had 22 players. You got Regulator and Dave Burke, Anthony Kirk and Gary Sample, and Snowman and B Love. Um, the OG blind draw was that night. Miranda and DK got first. Well, we did a blind draw after the switch, and I think we had 18 in the blind draw, so we had 9 teams. DK and Miranda, I knew they were going to win it from the jump. I mean,
Oh
seeing
yeah.
them too. Me and Rupert got second, and then Rogelio and Brian Manning got third on the blind draw. And I'm gonna tell you one night, I'm gonna go back to the OG switch one time. No one looked at their phones. Like it was
No,
so
no.
cool. Like no one, like you go to Cornell now, it's like get up, go check your phone, get up, go check your phone, get up, go check your phone. Someone made a comment and I don't even know who it was. They said they looked at their phone 52, like they counted and they were like, I looked at my phone 52 times in one night at a tournament. Like, come on. But I don't remember who it was told me that. But anyway, OG Blind Draw, Miranda DK, Phil Rubert, Roger, and Brian. And yeah, Miranda is an OG. Her and Steven were one of the first ones to play. And
Yeah.
Miranda had probably one of the funniest lines ever at a cornhole
Yes.
tournament. I'm not.
Yes.
This is a family show, so I can't repeat it. But Steven lost that game, and you know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that
I
was hard.
remember.
Right.
Hey,
But
you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that the second tournament, the blind draw. Daryl and I got put together again
yeah,
and couldn't do nothing.
who beat y'all?
So, man, to
Let
be
me
honest with you, I don't remember.
let me
But I
remember.
was I was a good half gallon of whiskey in by then. So, you know, said
All right.
said saying that shit was so funny. Said, I remember you looking at me and saying, "Is that a Bud Heavy Brody got?"
No, I mean it was. But anyway, Hard Rider number 95. I think they had 27 players. You got Mershon and Snowman. Bobby Snow won a lot of tournaments.
Yeah,
Miranda and Dave Burke, and then Chappie and Daniel F. Hard Rider number 95. I think that was Memorial Day night. ACO singles. This is the tournament that Brandon won. Got him ACO Pro eligible. So I mean, Brandon's on our first technical pro, but I think he's the first pro that's gotten it by points. He's number
yeah.
95 and 95 in the country and in the world. And so congratulations to Brandon. Congratulations to everybody that traveled and I'm not 100% certain, but I think maybe Smiley got the Road Dog Award, or and to Lisa and Zach and Nick and Robbie. I know I'm forgetting people. That's why I don't start naming names. Brandon, everyone that traveled this year, good job. I mean, I think um, 501 has the potential to have. I think I told you this other day. I think we have the potential to have 5 to 6, maybe even 7 professionals next year. I really do. I think the talent level here. I think there's some people that's planning on traveling a little more and playing and competing, and our tournaments are only getting harder and more competitive. And
Yeah, yeah.
man, we got some studs, man. We got some dogs, and I think Cheetah Girl traveled, and Andrew and the Bargers, and who am I forgetting? I mean, I know there's a lot of people in 501 that travel to tournaments,
Oh, yeah.
and
Well,
congrats to y'all and the ones that traveled to multiple tournaments. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of time invested. It's a lot of driving to uh, to go to these tournaments. Um, I mean, if you see one of these guys, man, tell them thank you. They represented 501 great all year. I mean, I've never heard any bad things. Like, people know who 501 Cornell is. Like, you go to these tournaments, they know us. They know our group. I mean, we're only getting better. So cool. So I'm proud of everyone that traveled.
Hunter
Uh,
Hill,
yeah, Hunter, Rachel.
Nick Sample.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I said Nick. I
Did
said
you?
Nick. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, that's what I'm saying. When I start naming names, man, my mind goes blank. So I mean, I know I'm forgetting something. I'm not meaning to intentionally. So I mean, I
No, no, yeah,
promise you.
yeah,
I just want to
yeah.
give y'all a shout out who traveled. I mean, you wear the jerseys proud, and man, I love it. I love that. And the last time at Branson, I didn't get to go because we were leaving. But man, they took a big group picture, and yeah, I mean, you had Jordan and Anthony, the Zookeeper
Jamie,
Bargers. I mean, all of them. I mean, thank you. I mean,
yeah.
y'all did great. I think we're gonna have a big season next year. Um, I'm ready. You know, I mean, we
Well,
got
we
Zach
should,
coming on board with us.
yeah,
Lee,
we
I
should
mean,
definitely have at least, you talked about 4 or 5 more pros, and that's definitely possible. And I hope that happens. But we've got somebody like Zach Dawson.
oh, I
Zach,
think I think
I know you're
if
watching. You better be.
oh, I mean, I think at Worlds, man. I think Lisa, Nick, I mean
Uh,
Hunter, like
very
Zach,
good chance.
Seaton. I mean, man, there's just several that have a chance to go down
Yes.
there and make some noise. I mean, they
Yeah,
really do.
I
I
agree.
don't know. I don't know who all is going to Worlds. I haven't even talked to Crystal about it. I think it'd be cool to go. I think maybe I could talk her into it if we go through Lexington, because they got this taco shop that's really cool. So if we could swing through Lexington all the way to Owensboro, maybe we
Yeah.
could go. Anyway, we ain't discussed it. All right,
I
BB number
don't
30. Um,
I
Joel.
don't think I even qualified for anything at Worlds this year. So
Yeah, I think you have to have 100 points with your BYLP partner. Worlds or singles, I'm qualified. I could play in the CO tournament. Me and Brandon could play in the certified official tournament. That'd be kind of cool. And they got the tailgaters. I think I qualified to play doubles with AK, but me and Dustin would have been like 16 points short. But and we got several people going to Worlds, and good luck to y'all. I mean, we'll see how it goes. BB number 30, you had Brad and JT, Shady and Tim, and then Easy and Charles V. Cabot BYLP. I wasn't there. Thank you to Stacy and DK, and I think Sean Peters set up. So appreciate all y'all helping out. Um, Zach and Kobe got first. Seaton and Lisa got second, and Miranda and Jeff FFS got third. And I heard Seaton hit about 60 air mails in a row that night. So
Yeah, that dude, if he's playing against me, he's going to hit every airmail he shoots. No questions.
he texted me today. He said, "How'd that 1,000 bag challenge work out?" And I was like, "Dude, it was tough. Like it was." There was times that I wanted to quit. Like I was sitting there throwing, and I was like, "Man, I got to 170, 180," and I'm like, you know, like if I back out right now and I quit, like my group is going to think I'm a sissy. Like I can't handle it. So I just battle through it. And there was a few rounds there, man, where you just like, you're throwing lazy and you just gotta take a deep breath, reset, and go. It was tough, man. Like one setting, it was brutal. But anyway, low note number 79, Lisa Hill, Black Mamba. Black Mamba's mentioned 2 tournaments in a row. Uh, he threw against me that night, kicked my butt. Will not happen again. Said so. Just to let you know that you caught me at a weak moment, but it won't happen again. Um,
Man, there's been no answers to the questions.
really? See, I think you're seeing a different. I think you're seeing a different. I think you have to go to my personal page to see the comments. I think you're on the. I don't know.
I'm seeing the comments on the feed.
I don't know. I'll look here in a second.
I'm on your page watching this live stream.
All right, question of the show. This is for a free entry. What was the name of our club before 501 Cornhole?
Come on, guys.
It only lasted a couple weeks. And the second question is, what did I buy on our trip that goes in the game room? Is one of the coolest things that's going to be in this room. And it's either Eric Church, Miami Dolphins, or Cornhole related. So that's the 2 questions for free entry. Low note number 79, Lisa Mamba, Stand on Your Business and OPP Pack. Stand on Your Business, I don't know who that is. I should have looked at the names and I didn't. I was just writing. Anthony K and OG Outlaw got third. Hard Rider number 96, Fred Giamamba. That was a good team.
Hey, Fred's been throwing.
Yeah, 2 OGs that didn't want to come hang out with me on the OG tournament. They declined my invitation. So
yeah.
Anyway, Brad, I know they have Bisco days. I'm just playing. Brad Eisenhower and Bryce. And you got some news on? I mean, is that disclosed or not?
On Bryce? Well, I mean, anybody that doesn't know, Bryce has signed up for the military. He'll be going in the Air Force. I'm not going to, disclose when he's leaving or anything like that. He will be there. He'll be at the VFW Friday night in the Father's Day tournament, playing with me, of course. So if you want to say something to him, you're more than welcome to. But he's more than welcome to disclose whatever he wants to disclose. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll be praying for Bryce, and I mean, he's going to go and he's going to rock it. And,
yeah,
I can see. I mean, he thinks he's buff now, so when he gets back, I can only imagine what this dude going to look like. But for one, I'm glad that the bozo cut got to go.
Well, it's gone. He finally cut it. Yeah, and he's clean shaved. Like I say, he's you know what? And while we're on that subject. This past Friday night, he met up with Nick Sample in the parking lot. Was talking to Nick about some bags, some 157 bags. And I guess the guy that does 157 sent Bryce a free set of bags for going in the military.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I can't remember the guy's name, but thank you, Nick.
Is it Derek? I think maybe
it might be, but
sure. I
But
hope so.
Nick set that in motion. So thank you, Nick. In fact, Bryce is out in the driveway throwing them right now. So
Well, good job, man. Well, everybody just tell him bye and best
yeah,
wishes. And anyway, on to Hard Rider 96, Fred Giamamba, Brad and Bryce, and then Bustle and Baloo. And BB number 32, the week I was gone, Freddie, McDougal, and Toby got first. Brad and Lewis got second. And then Jeff C. and Numbskull got third. Cabot Switch, that was the night we were going to do the women's and the
yeah,
men's.
yeah,
And the women didn't show up. I think we had 8 or 9, so we just combined them. I won't make that mistake again. We'll just women don't like to play, I guess. So I'm just kidding. Um, I think there's a lot of people on vacation right now. Like we're always kind of slow first few weeks in June. When it gets 112 degrees
yeah,
outside,
yeah, yeah.
people will be inside the air conditioning. So I mean, right now people are traveling. So Cabot Switch. We end up, and I normally don't do this, but before the tournament started, I announced the payouts. I was like, "Here's what you're playing for: 60 people." And I was like, first place $540, and second place was like 300, third place, and they're like, that got everybody's attention. It's like, whoa, that's
Yeah,
two hundred
it
seventy
did. Yeah,
dollars a piece. So I mean, that's a nice payday for a Friday night switch, man. You turn $20 into 270. So um, that was fun. The competition was great, man, and there was. I mean, you can look by the top 3 teams. I mean, uh,
oh, whoa, wait a second. We got a winner. Lone Oak County Cornhole, Cheetah Girl.
that's it. That's it. Who told you? Someone you cheated. Lone Oak County Cornhole is LCC. I would accept it LCC or
Now,
Lone Oak County Cornhole.
let's a little bit of backstory on that. Phil and I sitting there, we went kind of back and forth. We didn't want to go with a number. We didn't want to go with 501 because 3 or 4 days before that 870 was like, oh, we're going 870. So we went with Lone Oak County Cornhole, and it just didn't have the ring that 501 did. So
We were more than Lone Oak County. I mean,
right, right,
we had people from at that time. We were the only group other than 870 really playing. So I mean, we had people traveling from Hot Springs. I mean,
yeah,
Stuttgart. I
yeah,
mean, up
yeah,
north. Like we had people traveling an hour and a half one way to play. I mean, that's just how it was. So I mean, I
yeah,
was like, in the grand scope of it, it was like we're bigger than
right,
Capitola and
right,
Stuttgart. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Oh, and
and
that's definitely held the test of time today. So
yeah, no, I mean I'm glad that change was made. And I didn't want to do 5-1 because 870. I was like, man, I called
yeah,
Whitney and I was like, Whitney, I'm not copying you. I just don't like Lone Oak County going on. It's just like, no, I get it. And it's turned into like a
yeah,
rivalry. So I mean it's kind of cool, but um no. But Cabot Switch, Seaton and Atta Baby, Jeff C and Brent D and Brandon and Tracy. 6 really good throwers. I mean, it just they played. I mean, Seaton was putting on a clinic that night. I
yeah,
mean, Jeff C can throw. Jeff C's one of our best throwers. I
yeah.
mean, Brent's a good thrower. Baby's coming on. I don't know how he keeps a bag on the board, but he does. I mean, that dude. Who's starting to throw hard? Brandon. Me and Bo was talking about today. Brandon Lacewell is starting to throwing hard, and I mean,
Well,
I, I don't know how he stops the bag, man. It looks like
no,
he's gonna take someone's leg off.
yeah, not
You know?
that night we my 2 losses, which we ended up me and JT ended up 4th. My 2 losses that night in bracket were to Brandon Lacewell and who was Brandon's partner? Tracy
Tracy.
Dean. Yeah,
Tracy
yeah.
can throw.
Tracy's 2 best games were against JT. So, but
Well, you
yeah,
gotta
it
think
was
Tracy and Brent and Brad and Rusty and Blue. Like, I mean, they're in the shop every night throwing. I mean, they're throwing. Said, did y'all ever think 501 grow as big as it did? Um,
Who said that?
said, um, I don't know. I'll let you. I mean, what do you think?
Do we think that it ever would have grown as big as it did? Look, let me tell you, I'll give you a little bit of, which everybody that's watching, everybody that plays with us on a regular basis knows. We got our start, playing down the street there at a bar called the Goalpost, and decided to leave there and start our own thing, which, it was. When I say it was Phil and I, or me and Phil, or whatever, you took off with this shit. This is your baby. This is 501's all 100% completely yours. I was there at the time of conception. No.
Man, it's a lot of people. It's more than
Well,
me.
no,
It's a
it
lot.
is, and it is. It truly is. But I remember sitting on the couch on the phone with you and Beth sitting there, and we're trying to come up with names other than Lonoke County Cornhole. So we decided to stick with 501. And Beth sitting there, I mean, literally, it may have been on a Colton Steakhouse napkin, drawing out the 501 with the Arkansas flag in the 501. At that point in time, did we ever think that it would get this big? I don't know if I did. I figured if we could have got 100 members at that time, that we were doing great. Because a lot of people don't understand in the beginning, like when we first decided to leave your backyard and go to the Elixir, which is now what, the Drunken Monkey or something like that.
Sure.
We were lucky to have 12 people.
Yeah.
And then it just it almost seemed like overnight it kind of blew up.
I mean, a lot
But
of word of mouth, man. People bringing. I mean, how Cheetah Girl and them got involved. It's someone. Gary Farron was talking to someone at Remington, Brian Platt, and then Brian Platt, bringing Brody and then Dallas and Cheetah Girl and Gamble Girl, and then I mean, like it just
it
word of
just
mouth.
snowballs. It
You
snowballs.
know,
People,
next thing.
Scott Thole, and Bo Allen, and
Yeah.
this person brings this person, and this person brings this person, and
So that being said, we need everyone to bring somebody because we need more players. So anyway, let's get on from that. But said I kind of thought, like it would get big, but not like I mean, there's no telling how many groups has broken off 501. I mean, I wish I could really kind of, I mean, like, Conway was a huge asset to us too, like when with Bruce doing Conway and we were having 60, 70 people in Conway. Well,
yeah,
Conway turns into
ARV.
Russellville, and then it just started spreading out from there and everybody just kind of like learned and it just took off, but anyway, Lone Oak number 80, Baby and Blue. So Baby got back to back
Got a
and
couple.
Blue. Brad Eisenhower. I'm tired of mentioning his name. I'm just gonna start skipping over him. Like he's in the podium. And B Love, man, I called B Love's name a couple times, so that's kind of cool. And then Regulator and Caitlin M. That's a new podium.
Who
I've
was it?
I've noticed we got some Caitlin Morris. I think her dad. I think Kent Morris, and they've been going to Lone Oak a few times, and so they've been around for a little bit. I know that Kent's come and played several times. So Hard Rider number 97, got Brad again, Brad and Jamie, Regulator and Blue. And I've called Blue 4 or 5
Yes.
times.
Yeah.
And then Fred and JD. And then last night we did a split switch. Um, uh, I don't dislike split switches. I mean, well, I do, but I just try to change it up and BB a little bit and do something different. But if you're not in the top two or three, like if you play dirty boards you're screwed. You know what I mean? So like the split switches only benefit the top two or three of the players coming up, and then the top two or three throwers in the upper. For a lower player, it's a plus. You know what I mean? Because if you have a good night throwing, then I think the split switch is a great idea. I think it's more of a backyard fun, like running it during a weeknight or something. Man, it's just I think a player like myself who doesn't have a high PPR, who plays to win instead of, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you throw like a Nick Sample and throw an 8, or throw like you and play that block game, it doesn't benefit you because you're going
Yeah.
to be lower. Because with the PPR, you're going to be lower, and it penalizes the people that like playing cornhole. And I think it also incentivizes people to put 12 on 12s instead of 8 on 8s, or 10 on 10s instead of 6 on 6s. Because you want to be in that upper level to get a bottom upper. So when I don't run split switches, that's the reason. And plus, if somebody leaves, somebody, hey man, I had an emergency. It's gone. I mean, like it's screwed up. I've had more problems running the split switches. I think it's a great concept, but I think it's a great concept if, like, you're not keeping up with your stats. Like, you're just playing for fun, backyard deck, got
Yeah.
16 people. You take the men, women split, or something like that. But we did one last night. Um, I'm just on my vent about split switches. I'm not a fan of split switches, but I
Yeah.
mean, and I guess I'm explaining why I don't like them. Um, but we
Well,
had we had some good teams last night.
let me tell you.
Darren come over from I think he lives in Russellville, and man, he's such a good guy. Been playing for a while, but Bladen Whitley and Cali Girl threw my Banshees last night. Probably threw them better than me. I was really upset. Like, me and her got on the team, man. She threw like 11. I was like, but Bladen and Cali Girl got first. Jeff C and Trampus, love Trampus to death,
Yeah.
got second. And then Darren and Lewis got third. So that's all of our tournaments. Um,
Oh, Lewis working his
so
way up into those podiums here now, huh?
who is?
Lewis.
Oh yeah, Lewis is playing.
Yeah, he's
You
been
know,
coming quite a bit.
so Cheetah Girl got a free entry. Cheetah Girl, you got to come back and play to use it though. So
Well, that's Cheetah Girl said that Andrew recruited somebody at the ball fields Tuesday night. Well, we ain't seen Andrew in about 3 months, so
yeah, we need some more players. Um, These have so many Arkansas corner groups now because y'all said it's standard on a family friendly route. Man, say what you sucking up for? Said being nice tonight. Look at
right, right.
it. Um. Anyway, so we have no guess. Well, what's the guesses on what I brought back from the
Just Zach
cruise?
Dawson. Just Zach Dawson
That's
had that one guess.
that's it. I mean, if
Yeah.
y'all even get kind of close, I'll give you a free entry. I'm trying to give a free entry away. I mean, just guess. Um. Anyway, I want to talk
Is that
about
a Miami
um.
Dolphins mini helmet?
No, but I did see one somewhere, and in New Orleans. New Orleans had a bunch of sports shops, and they were just so expensive.
Well,
ACO,
you know
we talked.
what? Hey, let me real quick. I was somewhere and saw a couple of Dan Marino jerseys. It may have been a flea market or something. I don't remember what it was, but
Why didn't
there
get them?
there was two of them. So I bought them with the intention of giving them to you. Instead, I shit on one and wiped my butt with the other.
Don't act like I didn't hear that, Jimmy.
Yeah, you heard it.
Anyway, but you know that Dan Marino is Troy Aikman's favorite player. So anyway,
No, Tony Romo.
all
No,
right,
Romo. No, man, come on.
all right. So we talked about the ACO. Congrats. Went over that.
Yeah.
The 501 question. Cheetah Girl got it.
Beth
Bruce,
said
if you need
Beth
us,
said Miami Dolphins beer bottle.
no.
No.
I did get two things, but I did get a shot glass from Cozumel, a Miami Dolphins shot glass from Cozumel, which was really cool. That I forgot that we got. I think Crystal snuck it in the basket or something. But um, I got three things, but the one thing is cool. But Bruce, if you need a set of plain boards for your father, brother, any relative, uncle, aunt, grandpa, I don't care. He's got a couple sets of plain boards, 225. Holler at him, holler at me. I mean, we'll get you fixed up. I've got to go over tomorrow. I'll bring them back with me. Um, Shoot me $225 and or shoot Bruce $225 and I'll bring him home with me tomorrow because I got to take his trailer back and pick up our Father's Day trophy boards tomorrow night. We're having a Father's Day special tournament. And I mean, you could play like if you have a grandson. I think Stoney's playing with his grandson, or if you have a nephew, or I mean, it's just in the spirit of Father's Day.
Yeah.
We have a lot of great fathers in our group. A lot of great people, and just like for just to have something cool, do a little Father's Day tournament. I mean, we got some pretty solid teams. Saw that Taddy and Hunter Hill stuff. So I mean, that tells me that Taddy likes Hunter more than Zach and Tyler. So I mean, that's why he's playing with Hunter. So I mean, if I was Zach and Tyler Hill, I'd have my feelings would probably be a little hurt, because he picked Hunter over them. So um,
Yeah.
So maybe I'm trying to get him in a bad mood so he can't throw them all night. But we got the Eisenhowers, got the Deans. Um, Philip Wynn is coming out of retirement. Hasn't thrown since the Christmas Cider Cup.
Yeah.
And he said, but he did say, Jimmy, he could walk in and beat 80% of 501 cornhole. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, that just screwed him, right?
y'all don't take it easy on him all night.
Hey,
But
Bryce, that's I had to choose. I told Brody, I said, look, I know you're the oldest, but Bryce is gonna be leaving for the military here real soon, so I'm gonna play with him. Bryce is out in the driveway practicing right now.
well, I wish Philip was practicing, but I think he has some papers due tomorrow, so he's at home working on his papers. So come sign up. The other side is going to be um, an AB switch, so it's going to take an upper lower. Um, and also, guys, if you don't even want to count your SBR tomorrow night, turn it off with an AB switch. You can just do total points. Like
Yeah.
I want people to have fun in the spirit of Father's Day weekend. Like turn your SBR off. Like if you're worried about it, turn it off. You know what I mean? So have a fun night. We got 2 months of fun tournaments, June and July, and then we'll get back to doing some more serious stuff, some BYPs, regionals. So I mean, we're just having 2 months of kind of some off the wall tournaments, fun tournaments.
Hey, Brandon said he can't believe you chose Philip over him.
I did look on there. You text me. I was in the shower. He's like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh my god, what's happened?" So I grabbed my phone, and look at it, and I was like, "What is he talking about? Like, what somebody done did?" And
Yeah. Well, that
he's
was
like,
it.
Yeah, you said you'll see it," and I'm like, and then Zach and Brandon were both signed up, which I would take. Philip didn't want to play. I'd adopt him for a night, but
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
I'm putting the link down on the shirts, tumblers, koozies, 501. Tumblers look good. The koozies I had several. I saw on the cruise they did 16-ounce cans, so I had Son to make me some koozies for the trip, and I rocked my 501 koozies the whole week. Uh, so I mean, man, just hit her up if you need
Yeah.
something.
And Santa can make anything you want.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've washed these shirts. They're. I mean, I've worn more pastel colors the last 2 weeks than I have ever. So, but any more guesses? I know we're running long tonight, so
No, that's the only guesses I've seen.
said I do have some Eric Church sunglasses, but I didn't. I think I do.
You got to get them. What y'all don't see is over to the right side of Phil, left side of Phil. That whole wall is nothing but Eric Church. Behind him, 501, and all to the right side where the door is on that room is
Hey,
nothing but Miami Dolphins.
That's the prettiest thing in here, though.
I was, you know what? I was there when you got that. So
They got a little Eric Church on. See the name on it? I think you see the name on.
yeah, yeah.
I don't look like him though. Anyway, oh, let me go and show you what I got. So no guesses on what I got in Mexico.
No. Well, there was, but they were wrong.
Yeah, they're obviously wrong.
Oh my God! You know what? We know what's bad is I
Is
knew
that
that
not the
shit.
coolest thing ever? What do they call these things?
A gay
What was that
mask.
movie? Is that not cool? Crew gonna love that.
It's a luchador mask.
That's what it is. That's what they're called. I was waiting on that.
Yeah.
I had to think about it. But anyway, that's what I got, Mexico. Nobody won. So appreciate it. Sign up, pre-register. I don't know why y'all procrastinate and don't pre-register, but may all your beer stay cold and all your bass go in the hole, man. We'll see you tomorrow night.
See
Thank you,
y'all.
Jimmy.